I'm Ava Devine, and you're watching Ava Devine's Bad Advice. I am not a licensed therapist or physician, but I am an expert, or shall I say, sexpert, at giving bad advice. Well, hello, you guys. Guess who I have today? You're going to love her. Her name is Shay Fox. Yay. Say hi to everyone, Shay.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm going to give you your street cred. I call it giving street cred.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? I'm going to give it to you. Tell me what you think. Okay. Shay Fox is an adult film actress that displays glamour and exhibition.
Yes.
Yes. She entered the adult film industry in 2009 and made her big break immediately with Naughty America.
Mm-hmm.
Gained attention for her expressive personality, mature, confident, and alluring presence by the top production companies such as Sweetheart Films, Girlfriend Films, check, Devils, check, Brazzers, Evil Angel, and Kink, just to name a few.
Yeah.
Right? Now, also, I was informed that she was a makeup artist and fitness model. I bet you guys didn't know that. Or maybe you did, because you guys are dedicated fans of Shay Fox. But before we let her introduce herself, I have to tell you guys, I'm popping her first podcast cherry. Do you love that?
Yes.
Lucky me. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you.
I can't
I'm honored.
think of a better person because we are also friends outside of
Yeah,
here.
we are.
So,
we are.
So.
Okay, Shay. So tell everybody, tell the audience who may not know you or that are dedicated diehard fans, just give a little wrap up about who you are.
Oh boy.
I mean, I pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, you put me on the spot right now. Okay, so my name is Shay Fox. I am in the MILF category.
Yes.
Still.
Hot.
I have been in the industry since 2009.
Yes.
I did take a little tiny break right around 2018. And for nothing more than I just wanted to, I needed a little bit of mental clarity and just to take time for myself.
I love that.
And so I moved away from Vegas, which was really fun. At that point, I'd only lived in Vegas and California.
Okay.
Never lived anywhere else.
That's right. They did say you were a California girl.
Yeah, a California girl. So I traveled to Savannah, Georgia.
Wow.
So
Culture shock.
I picked up, I packed up my 26-foot U-Haul, all my dogs. I think I had 4 then, or
Frenchie.
3, all
Mama.
Frenchies.
Yep.
My 6 fish, and we traveled across the United States. It was really, really fun. And I did it all by myself. So it was really great.
I love that.
It's super liberating. Like, I can do it.
And what made you choose Savannah, Georgia?
I had visited there a couple times. I'm a super spiritual person. I also like ghost hunting and like all of that. And there's a lot of history in Savannah, a lot. So, you know, I had been there several times and I was like, you know what? I really like it. I like the what is it? I think it's called oak moss trees. They're like kind of whimsical and they blow in the wind and stuff. So it was really an enchanting city. I didn't stay long. It was very different, obviously, from
Culture
California.
shock, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And Vegas, Sin City.
And Vegas, right? California and Vegas, the 2 most maybe liberal places that you could ever, or diverse places you could ever live. So it was like, wow. Very nice people, though. Churches on every corner, kind of like tattoo artists or tattoo shops or barbershops are here.
Yes. And massage parlors.
Yeah. So so that was that. Very, very interesting. I moved into a which I didn't know what this was at the time.
I'm dying to hear this.
I moved to a gentrified area. So I learned later that gentrified is they were bringing it up. So it was kind of ran in the dumps, and then they were kind of bringing it up, and it was kind of right around the college. And so I moved to that area. I moved into a great house. It was built in 1904. It was haunted. It was amazing. I loved it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really great. My dogs loved it. Everything was good. The area itself, though, once the sun went down, was very like, there was just a lot of riffraff, drugs, people like killings on my street. I was like, wow, I just left Vegas for this. So the reason why I did leave Vegas is because I was at the October 1 shooting. And it was a little bit harder. Vegas kind of lost its luster for me after that. You know, I didn't love it. I didn't trust it. There was nothing about it that I liked.
Sure.
So it was time for me to move on.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but just in case people didn't realize or remember what happened on October 1st, that was the shooting.
Yeah.
At the
Route 91 concert. And it was wow.
Yeah.
It was very surreal. I think there was like something of upwards of 400 people that were shot and 58 died. So it was kind of crazy. At that time, it was the number one, the biggest mass shooting in America.
Yeah.
So.
And you were there.
At that time.
Wow.
You know, it's not something to laugh about, but a lot has happened since.
For sure. And did you need healing from that as well? Because I know you said after the year later in 2018, you left. Okay.
So I stayed for a little bit, and then I decided that, you know, I need to see what else is out there. And, you know, with our job, you know, and being online, it's very easy for us to pick up and relocate if we want. Sure. And we can go wherever we want, right?
Yes.
And it's a beautiful thing about our industry. So, again, I went to Savannah, Georgia first, and then stayed there for a little tiny bit. And then about 11 months later, I moved to Nashville, Tennessee. Amazing.
Yeah?
Have you ever been?
No.
Oh my gosh, it is so fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really, really fun. And, you know, a lot of people think that it's only country music. It's not country music, or not just country music. There's a lot of different genres that come out of, you know, the Nashville area. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, the people are nice. The food.
No.
Terrible.
Yikes.
Terrible food. Savannah, Georgia, the best food. Not the healthiest food.
Of course not.
Because everything I think is cooked with butter. Like it was
fried,
so good. So the food wasn't that great, whatever. I ended up getting there right before a tornado, a category or whatever, level 5. It was like the biggest one in Nashville, as well as COVID. So I was on lockdown and they really locked me down.
Wow.
Yeah, they were super, super stringent there. And so I was like, okay, I made it work, you know. And then and then I stayed, and I was like, you know what? At the end of like my 2 years there, I was like, if we're going to do lockdown again, I'm going to Florida.
Okay.
So then I went to West Palm Beach, Florida.
Fun.
And I lived there for 2 years, and I really loved Florida. Florida's so nice. Like I love humidity.
Yeah.
I love the iguanas. I love the lush vegetation everywhere. It's so nice there. The beaches are clear, like super clear. If you go into Miami, they're a little, but in West Palm Beach, they're still very blue. You can see into them. So it was really nice. I loved West Palm Beach. The only thing is that nobody visited me there, which is weird.
Yeah.
It's so far though. When you think about it, it's an all-day trip when you go from West Coast to East Coast, or to Florida.
But even how about Miami? We have a lot of friends in Miami. And how far is Miami from West Palm? That's
it's about an hour, hour and 15. Yeah. It depends. You know, there's always traffic.
True.
Always.
Yes, of course.
So, and then somewhere along the way, I gained a grandson, and he's my world, of course.
Of course, you have to.
He can do no wrong.
Of course not.
He's a super, super good kid, smart kid, and cute as hell. I might be biased, but
I believe you. Yeah, your genes, I believe you.
Yeah. So he came, and then I just decided, you know what? It's time for me to go back to, and not that I didn't want that I didn't want to live in Florida anymore. It's just that I felt like it was easier for me to travel or to move back than it was for them, my daughter, her husband, and my grandson to travel across the United States. And I wanted to be able to see my grandson more.
For sure. And plus, nobody visited you.
Right. Exactly.
So you're like, I'll just go where everybody else is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I moved back. And then a year later, I came back into the industry.
Wow.
I looked better, felt better. My mind was in a much better place. Coming back to Vegas, I thought, and, over the time that I was gone, the 5 years or whatever, I would travel back and see friends. And I really struggled with it. Like on the descent into Vegas, I was like, wow.
Oof.
And I don't know what it was. It was a lot,
Well, yeah, that's PTSD, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you were in a massacre, a shooting,
Yeah.
So of course it's like, how could you not, right?
Yes.
How could you not be nervous when you're descending
Yeah.
into Vegas?
And then
But-
once I finally made the decision on my own and mentally because of my grandson, I came into Vegas and things changed. For some reason, I was like, okay, I can do this. This will be where I'm going to be, maybe not forever, but for now.
Yeah.
And it's okay. And, Vegas has everything that you want here. You want to
It
have
does.
fun, you're going to have fun here. If you can't have fun in Vegas, you cannot have fun anywhere.
Amen to that.
Right. So, and then also too, there's so much outside of the strip that people don't realize,
Bingo.
living here, we know that.
Yes.
Matter of fact, you sent me on my first hike.
Oh, yes, that's right. Was it Red Rock or Mount Charleston?
Mount Charleston.
That's right.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It was good. Yeah. I had to stop a couple times along the way.
Right? I did too. Oh my God, the
But-
altitude.
Yeah. And then I brought one of my little dogs and he was a little rock star getting up there. But
Wow.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, it sounded like you did a lot of healing,
yes,
right?
a lot.
And now, not only that, but it sounds also like you have a greater purpose to be here,
Sure.
right? So I
Yeah.
think that's kind of what helped you, the healing plus the greater purpose of your grandson, like kind of, and it all tied in wonderfully, right?
Yeah.
Because now you're like
just-
hanging out in Vegas again.
Yeah, I'm back in Vegas. Ironically enough, you're going to laugh at this, but 6 months after I moved back, they moved from California to the Midwest.
Are you serious?
Like, I can't make this up. But it's okay because I want my grandson to not be in California and growing up.
Sure.
California is just a hot mess right
Yeah.
now.
Sure.
So
So
it
so
worked
we're-
out all perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
And Midwest isn't far from Vegas. It's
No,
what,
2 hours.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
hour flight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they ended up moving to Montana. They bought 20 acres, built a house, built a barn. Like they're living a country
Good.
life.
Good.
Yeah.
That's ideal for them. Huh?
Yes.
Good. Well, look,
See?
couldn't happen to, at a better time, to better family and
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. So
Good.
it's nice because I feel like, I don't know why I feel like this safety, but I feel like if they're there, I don't have to worry about her
Yes.
anymore. She's in California.
Yes.
She can't walk around the block.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
You
So-
know,
yeah.
there I'm like, call me when you can.
Right? Or you're like, I'll come visit you. We'll hang out with
Right.
the horses and on the
Yes.
farm or whatever, milk some cows.
100%.
And,
Yeah.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah.
So now, what did you do when you were in 2018 when you left Vegas, right?
Yeah.
And then you were in Savannah, West Palm Beach,
Nashville. Oh, yeah.
Nashville. That's right. I
Mhm.
skipped that. What were you doing for work
So
during that,
I was
that time?
at that time I was really leaning into my, and this is right before COVID. Remember the Savannah and Nashville. So I was still doing the
Online
custom
stuff.
work,
Okay,
the
good.
the solos, the stuff
Okay.
like that. And that kept me afloat.
Yes,
It did.
because you
And
do have
then-
dedicated
Yeah.
diehard fans.
Yes.
I have a million great questions. We'll get to
Okay,
later
I'm
from the
ready for
diehard
that.
fans.
Yeah.
Okay, but go ahead and tell me.
So that's what I lived off of. Is
Yeah.
that?
It's amazing.
Yeah. And
That's-
again, when Bill made that for us, he created so much freedom for
sure.
so many people. You remember, I know you do, when we used to have our websites.
Yes.
And how much that was, how much
Yes.
work it was. It was shooting the content. It was having somebody edit it for you. It was having someone upload it to the server. You had to have a certain server. Like, it was such a process.
Sure.
And now we have it literally in our hands.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yes. And you know, for me, I feel like my OF, I'm very interactive.
Sure.
And I can go live and all that other stuff.
Yes.
For my website years ago, I couldn't do the live. There wasn't a live feature.
Right.
There was a few like question little segment, but I mean, it was cute and it's pretty much similar. It really prepared me for OF.
Right.
But honestly, I don't know. I just feel like my publicity, my marketing skills weren't as successful as OF.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's like the sapphires of strip clubs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, or the Rhino or whatever popular strip club. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so now tell me, what are you doing now? What's Shay up to lately?
So I came back in 2003, right before, I think I went to AVN and I signed for Sex Panther or whatever it was.
Yes.
And then, or Minx, actually, it was.
Good. I love Minx. Yes,
yeah.
Good.
So I signed for them. And then
in 2023, you said?
2023.
Okay.
And I just decided, I'm like, you know what? If you're going to go back, now's your time.
Yeah.
Now's your time. So I started shooting. Several companies contacted me via email before I was shooting. And I didn't know how to respond. So I just kind of let it sit. And, I went back into those emails and I said, hey, I'm back. I'm ready to shoot, because for the most part, probably I would say 98% of my career, I've been self-represented.
Yes. I forgot to mention that. Yes, you did, which is amazing. So basically, if fans do not understand, that means she represented herself. She didn't join an agency, a modeling agency.
No.
The Brazzers, Naughty America would hit her up directly, and then she would discuss rates and time and all that. So yeah, but that's hard work because she's doing the legwork and then showing up. So that's a difficult task.
But I will tell you, nobody works harder for you than you.
That's right.
They just do. They don't.
Yes.
So it's for us, we have to, we grew up in the era of the true hustle,
yes,
right? So
we
had to make it work, and again, the beauty of our industry is I was able to work as much as I wanted, as much as I applied myself, or as little as I wanted, So again, that's freedom.
Sure.
It's freedom for us.
Yeah. The amount you put in is what you'll get.
What you get
in
out.
Return. Yeah. Sure.
So came back in 2023. I instantly started shooting for, again, some great companies, back with Brazzers, Evolved Fights, Milfy. I got a Milfy scene, which was a little hard for me to get. It wasn't hard for me to get. It was hard for me to execute.
Okay. Tell me why.
So that was one of the emails that.
How long did that sit for?
So that sat from November until January. And I said, I just reached back out and I said, hey, I don't know what happened. This fell into my spam folder. And I'm interested. Yeah, I would love to shoot. And so they made one date, kind of canceled. It was kind of hard, like rescheduling. And then, I was on set with other women and they were like, oh, they did the same thing to me. And then I never heard from them. That's what they said, and me, my philosophy in life is it's never a no for me. Never.
Love that.
Nothing is ever a no for me. I will dress it up 1,000 different ways and present it 1,000 different ways until it's a no. When it's a no for me, then I know it's a no.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like a go-getter. You're ambitious. You're like, let's try it this angle. Let's try. I like that you're a problem solver.
Yes.
I love that. Did I just nail it?
You did, 100%.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now how does it feel being back in the industry at our age and physically fit? Because let's face it, there's 5 minutes in this position, 5 minutes in that position. Sure. And for me, it's like, thank God, I'll speak for myself. I go to the gym. I'm physically fit. I'm strong enough. I do enough cardio to be able to handle those positions.
Sure.
How is it for you coming back and going, okay, reverse. Now cowgirl.
Right.
Now pile driver.
Yeah.
Like how did that make you
So I probably am on a little bit more of a vanilla side. I'm not sure I've ever done the pile driver. I'm like, whoa, what just happened? No.
Vanilla my butt. But, all right. Okay, but go on.
Anyway, so I mean, being back has been, so this is what I'm just going to preface here.
Yes.
Sometimes when people leave our industry, it's because they're going in a different direction. Maybe, sometimes the direction might be religion, or they got married, or, they had kids and they just decided to move on.
Sure.
When people say this is a career, to me, it's not a career. I choose this, and I can leave whenever I want.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I can stay, I can leave. So to me, it's not a career necessarily. They probably leave, and sometimes a lot, I feel like they badmouth our industry.
Sure. I've heard many,
the same industry that they loved at one point, the same industry that made them money.
Successful,
that started their career, they got them out of whatever, they talk bad about it.
Yeah.
When I left, I didn't leave for any reason or because anything happened to me. I left, I just kind of just peacefully, stepped away. I wrote every single one of the companies that I ever worked for. And I said, hey, we had a really great run. It's time for me to step away for a little bit. Thank you so much for everything. And I got letters back. Like, it was so nice, when you don't burn bridges with directors, with companies.
With people,
it's very easy for you to come back if you choose to.
Most definitely.
You get a good name for yourself, right?
Most definitely. And we want because, honestly, I feel like even though as large as our industry is, it's quite small in a sense that everybody knows everybody.
Sure.
In one way or another, 6 degrees of separation of somehow, right? Or something else. But honestly, I feel like I do see us as a community.
Yeah.
And I do see everyone, kind of helping one another out in the grand scheme of things. If you really think about it, right? I think we all kind of work together versus,
100%.
Unless we're someone that burns bridges, talks negatively, claims stuff that didn't happen or whatever, right? So that can destroy relationships and that can destroy the community. But in all actuality, like you said, when you walk away gracefully and peacefully, there's so much possibilities that are available for you.
100%.
Still,
and everybody's been super, welcoming and warming. And, there's a lot of companies that aren't anymore. And then there's a lot of brand new companies. So it's kind of like an exciting, what can I do?
Yeah.
Right?
Or what's new? How do I navigate this?
Yeah. So also so that was 2003. 2 years later, I just recently, after AVN, joined Next Level.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what made you decide to join a modeling agency
after
today?
all this time?
Yes.
So I had a couple little runs with, brief ones that just didn't work out. Again, nobody represents you better than you. Like,
for sure.
I just always feel that way. And so what made me choose them is I know both of the owners, and I've worked for both of the owners. They were both directors for 2 different companies. So I know their work ethics.
Yes.
Okay. And then I also know what their vision is, and I know their communication skills, and I know I feel like it's just going to be a really great partnership. I do. And so, it's a little hard relinquishing control because I'm a control freak.
Yep, I get it. I understand.
So it's a little hard to relinquish control. However, I believe in them.
Sure. And you built that trust and that relationship, from past experiences, which have always benefited you, right?
Yes.
There's no red flags,
nope.
right? So good.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, it's good. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what they can do, what we could do this year. Like
I love
we have
that.
There's some kind of like goal markers that we
have. See,
like,
right? And you're not scared. You can always ask for a business meeting or to reevaluate
100%.
certain things, right?
Yes.
Because this is our brand. Yeah. Okay, well, good. So I want to quickly touch on 2 other things, and then we're going to go to the great fan questions. We got some really good questions for you. Okay, I want to talk about your fitness modeling and your makeup artistry. Okay, so let me ask you this. How do you feel when you get on set and they have makeup artists for you? Do you correct them, or do you tell them, like, because we know, look, honestly, for me, from my experience, some of the makeup artists are used to girls that are 25. I am not 25 anymore. So, they can't just throw lashes and glitter and be like, okay, it's like there's much more to go through. And I kind of know like what works and what doesn't work. Like I can't have tons of powder on my face, like under the eyes. But like, are you able to not like tell them? Because since especially you are we're a makeup artist.
So I have to just give you a little different direction. I wasn't a makeup artist. I was a hairstylist.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
But when you do that, you're a hairstylist, a makeup artist, and a manicurist. Sure. You're this, a brief esthetician. Like you're all the things.
Sure.
When you get your cosmetology license. So, my specialty was hair and color, and but when I get on set, and I have been on set where
just say it. No
I'm
names.
Like, oh, cool. Here we go.
Okay.
I've been on set where they love to put a lot of eye makeup on me.
Yeah.
A lot of eye. And I always feel like I do better with less or light colors.
Yes.
Because then it takes away from my features and it makes me look too harsh.
Yes.
Yeah. So as soon as I figured that out, and especially being, because what we have on camera is different than what we have in day-to-day life, which is different that we have like maybe at a photo shoot.
Yes.
It's all different.
Very true.
Good
point.
So I think that it's really interesting that I figured that out early. Like, okay, you can do whatever. Don't do this.
Sure.
So if I set those boundaries and I definitely let the makeup artist kind of do what they want with me. I usually show up and, have my own hair done because it's this long. Yeah. So it's like, there's really not a lot of options that I can do. So I do my own hair, and I love it. I love the makeup artist, you know, and, for like photo shoots or something like that, where I need a little bit more eye makeup and more pow. I need a makeup artist.
Yes, me too. I like makeup artists.
Yeah, they're important, right? Yes.
So essential. I'm spoiled. I'm like, I have an event, makeup artist. Yeah. Right? I'm like, I don't even do my own, but.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me about your fitness modeling.
Okay.
Unless the Google and chat lied to me, but.
So I did, I think it was a total of 9 fitness shows.
Okay. All right. So they didn't lie. Good job. Okay.
The first probably 2, I had absolutely zero business being on stage. Not at all. I'm a little embarrassed, but I think you have to start somewhere, right? You don't know how you don't know how to pose. Your suit looks like every single thing that my body looked awful. Like, and I'm up there with these, seasoned women, so it was really interesting. After that, I never really, I did it because I wanted to see what I could do with my body. That's why I did it. I didn't do it to get sponsored. I didn't do it to get my NPC card. I didn't care about that. I had other things in my life. This was just a part, So, I loved training. I loved, from show to show what my body looked like, and I always placed top 3.
Good girl.
From then on, which is great, So it was good. It was a good little run. Towards the end, I believe that specific year, just kidding. That specific year, I had dumped too much water out of my body.
Oof.
And you know what that does to you.
Yes.
When you're already in a depletion, it locks everything. You get cramps, it's just, you get really, dark circles under your eyes. Like you get gaunt, you just really tighten up. For some people, like myself, because I believe I am an ectomorph.
What is that?
So an endomorph is somebody so there was a girl that I competed with. She was beautiful.
Yeah.
She was literally eating steak and ice cream before she stepped on stage. I had to go through like 5 weeks of fish, some broccoli at the beginning. Then, it was a ton of working out and a ton because I didn't tighten up quick enough.
Yes.
So some people do and they have that. And some people don't. And I was one of the ones that didn't. So
I'm one of those.
Yeah. I had to do a little extra work.
Yes,
and,
of course.
the diet was just crazy. But I ended up passing out.
On stage?
No.
Okay.
No. I ended up passing out. And then it was at that point, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
To me, it was like, is this worth it to me? Because I have the trophy. I have the titles. So, being top 3, I'm happy with that. Especially because I got in older again.
See.
And so it was just like, is this really worth it to me too?
Yeah.
Like I decided that I like food. I still love going to the gym.
Yes.
And I feel like it will add longevity to my life. It makes me stronger. I feel better. It gives me energy, all the things. But I like food. And I do not eat anything. If I want it, I'm eating it.
Good.
And I feel like I should.
Yeah.
Now, 90% of the time, I still eat, pretty clean at home, or whatever. Like, I do. But I also don't deprive myself.
Yeah.
So
Now, let me ask you a quick question, and then we're going to the fan questions.
Okay, let's go.
Do you feel that when you were doing the competing, was there a fine line between obsession or like, did it go towards the obsession where you were like kind of obsessing over like, I got to starve, I got to do this? Or was it like just protocol?
It was kind of protocol. And just, every single time that I competed, I did have a trainer.
Smart.
And I mean, all the way through. And, the last few times I even had a meal prep company. So
Good.
it was, all those, if you can afford that.
Sure.
And you can dedicate the time, like, it's kind of amazing, but you like that has to be your life, It's also really, really funny to me when I see or hear somebody say, oh, I don't have time to work out. I'm like, do you know that there are women that wake up in the morning and go train, that compete, that hold a full-time job, that are married, that have 4 kids, and their own life?
Yep. You've seen it.
I've seen it.
Not only you walked, you were one. Yeah.
So I see it. So yeah. So yeah, I just I think that for me it wasn't an obsession. It was just because I wanted to.
Sure. Well, that's good. That's a healthy approach. You're pretty friggin' stable and healthy. Damn. I'm like trying to pick some weird stuff, but nope.
It's in there, girl.
Okay.
It's in there.
Good. My kind of girl. Okay, you ready for that? Okay, so our fans have questions for you.
Okay, I didn't know that you were asking. This is good. I love it.
Yeah, they want Shay Fox's bad advice. Okay. Mike Mall asks, I love your tattoos. You have a sexy set of tats resembling ribbons or staples that go from the back of your neck down to your spine. Please tell me the significance of these. And is there a story behind it? And one more question from him. Mike loves you. What can you suggest about getting a tat?
Well, I have a lot.
Okay, yes.
So those specific tattoos no longer exist.
Okay.
They were early tattoos. They've been covered up.
Okay, you want to turn around and show the camera? Okay, now so there's no ribbons or staples, but you were telling me there were piercings in
yes, so there was dermal. So basically, the tattoo itself was the infinity sign, so the figure 8, with the eternity sign, circle, and inside the middle where the figure 8 met, there was a dermal in every single one. Now, when I came into the industry, they were it wasn't. I learned how to work with them. I had them for almost 10 years.
Wow.
Which you're not supposed to have them for that long.
Yeah?
I think they're supposed to push out after like 5 generally. But I took really good care of mine and, all the things. So when I got into the industry, though, there was some controversy around that. One, I was muscular,
Yes.
And much more muscular than now. And 2, I had those dermals. So people thought I was a cutter. I got a lot of that.
Wow.
They were either insanely intrigued by them because they'd never seen anything like that. Or she has psychological issues, and it was not that. Again, another elective thing,
right?
You know,
the most stable person I know, and I know a lot of people. All
right.
Good.
So I had them. There was 8 of them, so there was one on every one of my chakras, and I just felt like I got them with the intent that it would give me, a nice, balanced, even life. And I don't want to say that was it, but that's kind of right around when it happened, because when we're young, we have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oof,
we have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes, reckless is the word.
Perfect word, yeah. Okay, so the significance behind it was because you wanted
it's balance.
Balance, that's it. Okay, and then that's the story behind it. What can you suggest about getting a tat? Numbing cream?
So, well, I think that men's tolerance is much lower for tattoos than women's. I do believe that the timing that you get your tattoo as a woman, if it's closer to your menstrual cycle, your skin becomes more sensitive.
Oof.
So try to time it if you can, in the middle, and you'll be a rock star. If you're a male, I know that tattoo artists sometimes don't necessarily love numbing cream.
Yes.
They don't. It changes the skin for them. It changes even, the healing process, everything. So I say, do your research.
For tattoo artists?
For tattoo artists. Do your research. Definitely pick somebody. This is going to be on your body forever.
Yes.
Now, I've had tattoos on. I've had them taken off. I've had them covered up. I have it all. So I think that, this is something that it's an investment.
Mm-hmm.
It's there forever, and you don't want shitty work on your body.
Totally not. Yeah.
No.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I've experienced that.
Yeah. So that's my advice. Pick somebody really good. I will get more. I feel like right now where I'm at in the industry that I need to stay where I'm at. More at this point, I think would put me into a totally different category.
For sure.
And also cut down my work.
For sure.
So for now, I wait.
Yep.
And later on, I do whatever I want.
Okay, good. I like it. Now, quick question. How do you vet your tattoo artists?
I think that, with social media, it's become very easy for, tattoo artists to showcase their work online. Yes. There is some amazing tattoo artists out there. There really is. I kind of like to know their personal life as well. Because the last thing I want a tattoo artist to do is come into, do a tattoo on me after partying all night. I'm like, well, wait a second,
Good one.
Yeah, so that's a good one, we live in a place where there is that. There's
most
partying.
Definitely.
There's every tattoo artist.
I was gonna say, it kind of goes hand in hand. Party rock star lifestyle. Yeah.
So I would definitely say that is try if you can to get into there or see their personal life a little bit to see kind of. What trajectory they're moving.
I like that. Yeah. Good one. Good. That's some good bad advice, Mike. Yeah. Okay. We have another question from, let's see. Any new, there's no name. Okay. Any new types of content you want to explore?
So, there's things that are not on the no list. Let's put it this way. There's definitely things that are not on the no list. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't done. There's a lot of stuff that I will never do. I do have kind of like maybe, an insight of trying something. I don't know if it'll work, but, if I'm open to it, why not? So we will see.
Okay. Now, are you bisexual or hetero? What do you consider yourself?
Oh man, that
was my question.
Yeah,
that was my question.
So I feel like, I've explored both sides.
Yes.
Personally.
Yeah.
And in the industry.
Sure.
Now, I believe that I think as a preference, I love men. Like I
Sure.
love men.
Sure.
However, if a woman is hot and it's happening organically, like it's happening.
Yeah.
Like it's fun. Women are beautiful. They're sexy to me. You know, they take care. They're nurturing. They're loving. All the things that a man isn't,
Yes.
right? So you get to experience that, but they also are not a man.
For
So
sure.
that's my answer. I'm probably both. I'm a switch.
I like it. Do you like the way I slid that in?
Yeah.
I was like, let me get okay, good opportunity. Okay, Victor Hood wants to know, what's something you love doing on camera that fans might not expect?
Oh boy. I thought I was vanilla, but I don't think that.
I know. I'm like,
because this is one of my favorite moves to do.
Yeah. And she shot for Devils.
Yeah.
And kink. You can't be vanilla. I'm like, what are you talking about? But go ahead.
So one of my favorite things is so bad.
I'm like,
Here we go. One of my favorite things is, and I do it because it's a power move.
Okay.
But I love to be like super sexy with somebody, male or female, doesn't even matter. And you know, kissing them and grabbing their face, opening their mouth, and just letting spit drip right into their mouth.
Oh, okay.
It is such, like, it's so empowering to me. It's hot.
I like that. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Do you like them doing that to you?
100%.
Okay. So you like
That's
spit
how I
play.
learned it.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to slide this one in. Are you more dominant or submissive?
When I got in the industry, I was completely submissive. 100%. And, you know, being in a MILF role, you know, where we've been for a very long time, you're always pretty much always in a power position.
Sure.
You're always in a dominant position.
The
so
aggressor.
You have to learn. You're the aggressor, right? You make the first move. You're the stepmom, the psychiatrist, the coach, so whatever you are, you know, you are that person. So you're doing it.
Yep.
So then I had to learn how to be dominant. And then I went back and shot for kink. And they're like, you need to be submissive. I'm like, I don't know if I can.
Exactly.
I'm going to try, but I don't know if I can. You know, I think with the right dom, I can definitely be submissive.
Okay.
But for me personally, I think in my personal life, I like to be submissive.
Okay.
I love to be the woman.
Sure.
I love to be in my feminine.
Sure.
I don't want to be masculine all the time. You know, being single, you have to play both roles in that. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And quick question. I'm going to ask you this. Are you single or dating?
I am single.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Yes.
So any dominant masculine men out there, there's your girl. and the ladies too. We're not gonna exclude them. Okay.
Yeah.
But you got to be more, the woman has to be more of the stud.
Yeah.
That you're dating.
Yeah,
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now back to the fan questions, right? It's not about Ava. Okay.
No, it is always about you.
Exactly. Okay. Lucas Miller wants to know, do you prefer slow and sensual or intense and wild acts of love? Action. How do I get my girlfriend to be more wild? Lucas wants her bad advice on that. So privately, do you prefer more slow and sensual or intense and wild?
I like a mixture of both.
Okay.
Like how I love slow and sexy. I think it's hot. But I also feel like with slow and sexy comes very deep, passionate, just, you know, in the moment kind of thing. And that's super hot for me too.
Of course.
Now, as far as getting your girlfriend to do that, you know, that's such a tricky one.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Sure.
You know, a lot of it is going to be if they are open sexually.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be huge because some women are not, you know, based on their trauma or their life or their belief or whatever it is, their upbringing. like they're just not, or maybe they just don't have the exposure.
Sure.
So if she's sexually open, you're going to have a lot better time, a lot easier time. If she's not, you're going to have to kind of stay away from the things that are triggering and figure out the things that really make her that you notice that she loves. Like, figure those things out and start with the thing, that angle, and like romanticize them, the woman, and come in that way. Trust me, you're laying it on.
You're getting in there.
It's gonna happen, So you kind of lead that way. It's a little tiny bit manipulative, but in a good way. I feel. Yeah,
and actually, I think it's a healthy approach because like you want someone to feel safe
and sexy
and
wanted.
into it. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. I like that. That's some great bad advice once again. All right, you're knocking them out of the park, Miss Shay.
I'm trying.
You're doing great, and you're doing great for your first podcast. How does it feel?
I'm still very nervous.
No way! I would never have guessed that. I thought you were relaxed.
I deflect by talking, though. I deflect by talking, and I deflect by being goofy.
You're neither nor. I mean, you're just doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very relaxed, and these are some great bad advice answers.
Thank you.
I love them.
I want to hear more. Give me more.
Okay, let's see. Well, there's no more, but you can tell everyone where to find you. Give a link tree. So
I do have a link tree. The link tree is just Linktree at Shay Fox.
And is that 2 X's at the end, or it's all over. It's on the
so
internet.
When I chose my name,
tell us that.
Devin Michaels and her and I, we picked my name, and I was like, I said, what about X? And she goes, no. She goes, you keep your name as simple as possible for men to find you online. The more X's and, SHAIE or,
yes.
All of that.
Difficult.
She goes, it's gonna make it hard for them.
Sure.
And men need simple. They need simple. They need convenient. They need right now. And that's the way it's going. So that's how I got it.
I like it.
So it's just SHAYFOX. Done.
Brilliant. Mic drop. Brilliant.
Yes. So on X, formerly known as Twitter, it is at Club Shay Fox.
Okay, Club.
And then at
IG.
On IG, it is The Fox Projects.
Okay.
And both of them are verified. So if you're following another account,
good to know.
Yeah. And you're in their DM and, all of that stuff, just beware. You've been warned.
Yep. Good. Okay. So everyone follow your girl at Linktree/Shay Fox, SHAYFOX.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Give everybody a kiss goodbye. Mwah, luscious lips. Mwah. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That wraps up another episode of Ava Devine's Bad Advice. Will you be my next bad advice receiver? Got questions? Ask away. badadvicequestion@gmail.com. That's badadvicequestion@gmail.com. Maybe I can give you some bad advice.